I'd like to show you the basic chord progressions for Suffering Servant. This is for the advanced tutorial. When you play the C sharp minor chord, you're going to be playing C sharp octaves with E and G sharp in the middle. You'll play that chord a lot. You'll also need the G sharp minor with the D sharps in the octave. So you have D sharps, G sharp and B. You have an A6 chord, which is an E with an F sharp, and then the C sharps in the octave. You'll need that one. Again, your C sharp minor comes back. A B, which is pretty easy. And you'll have an F sharp minor, which is an F sharp, an A C sharp, and an F sharp. Alright, I'm going to take you up to the bridge. What is fun to play about this one is that those basic voicings of the chords rotate back in and out between the middle two notes out to the octave, and then vice versa. So it goes from the octave to the inner two notes. So the pattern when it first starts on your octave in. So it's going to go. You play that for a lot of the verses. Your left hand changes, but your right hand, you're just going back and forth from that. And then you'll notice in the tutorial, as it goes into the chorus, it walks up to the D sharp. And then, though all of us have gone astray, is a little different. You start on the inner ones. It changes to the C sharp minor. And then the B. Okay, so those are all the inner notes. So what I would do is probably practice just those basic chords first before I try to tackle the tutorial. Those are the basic things. When you go to the bridge, the octaves follow the melody that they're singing. Stands revealed. Alright, that just follows that, and then your inner notes follow the chords. So you're going to start on the inner ones. Makes sense? Sorry, I did that one wrong. So you're doing that melody. You hear that in there? And then your middle notes are changing. Okay? Now when you go to the outro choruses, to the Offered Up His Soul to Death, that has octaves that walk up to. It starts on the D sharp. Kind of switches patterns there. Now I opted, because I couldn't reach this it has a second in it. I used my left hand to come up and take the F sharp. You don't have to do that. You could just play it and just do the G sharp. I like things difficult, and I like the sound of that second in there. So I just leave my left hand octave. See what I did there? And then I'm just going to take the and play that with. So you can do that, or you can just play it with the E sharp and the G sharp. Either is going to sound great. And then this section here kind of toggles back and forth. And then I come up and grab that again. So again, you can simplify that. Honestly, I don't remember if I turned that around in the tutorial or not. I might have just done this. I think that's what I played. So you can either do it with that F sharp in there, or you can leave it out, which is cool too, either way. The other thing that I will say is watch your placement of those octaves and make sure when they're syncopated that they're coming in at the right time. So at the beginning, and comes in on the and there, and. So just watch the placement of those. Another tip, when you come back into the third verse, he was stricken. Really, if any, if you put, I'll probably do a little left hand through there, but everything backs off so it's super tender. So if you do left hand, very subtle, and then back off on your right hand too. And then here you're going to start to just gradually come back in and get a little fuller. So that by the time, so he opened out his eyes or out his mouth, you're really building up here. And then the band is back full in and you're full in too. I think that's it in a nutshell.